All right, everybody. Thank you for coming to the boardroom. We have an awesome guest today. We're going to be getting tipsy. We're going to be talking about Trippin. Super excited about it this evening. Thank you guys for joining us. Let's get it started. How we doing, Desert?
How's it going?
Dude.
Doing all right. Kind of tired, but I'm here.
I feel you. I'm actually... So this right here. Oh, on this side. This is my shirt. It's distracting me. I was like, man, what's going on? But it's been a good day. A lot of sun today. I think I'm a little bit darker. Yeah, man. Got my steps in. How was your day? Do anything exciting?
Exciting? No. Wore out. I actually had to do some work today. I lost an employee last week, so between the gym and actually having to go on site and help my other guy out, and come to find out, his partner, which just quit, did not train him very well. And I'll just leave it at that. You know?
It's okay. Now it's okay because you got to train him correctly, the right way.
Yeah, he's worked here 3 years and I get to retrain him. That's fucking awesome.
All right. So you know what you need, right? It's obvious. You need a vacation, right?
Yes, I do.
So this guy that we're going to be talking to today is going to be talking about how they can help you find that vacation, right? And go on that vacation, as well as I'm sure there's all kinds of other stuff. You've been watching the Tipsy Turtle animations, haven't you?
Of course.
Dude, they're so cool. They're great. And of course, we have to say hi to Jaleesa, who we absolutely adore.
I don't even have the comments up. What's going on, Jaleesa?
Thank you for joining us, and everybody else, thank you for joining us. All right, so I think it's about time. We got to bring him up. This conversation is going to get so spicy. I don't know. Do you like jerk chicken, man?
Do I like jerk chicken?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, sure.
I think
it's probably a little too spicy for me, but I mean, it's all right.
Oh no, you're one of those.
Yeah, I'm like stereotypical. I'm a little too white for super spicy stuff.
But you're in Arizona. You're basically Mexican for real.
Yes, Mexican food, but it's the mild green sauce.
Oh, mild green sauce. Gotcha.
Yes.
All right, so let's bring Jamie up. I'm excited to talk to him. He's one of my favorite people in the space. So let's say, boom, Jamie, what's up?
How's it going?
All right, guys. Happy to be here. Happy to be chatting. It's always a blast talking to you, John. And, Desert, I know you from the Discord as well, brother. So happy to be here chatting with the both of you, man.
How's your day been going so far? Anything exciting? Have any jerk chicken?
I caught that little, exchange, the back and forth. So Desert, you'll be happy to know that, there's a corporate style jerk chicken. So when the tourists come to the island and they head to the North Coast, the hotels actually make a milder version. So, your taste buds are accommodated here in Jamaica, sir. So if you're ever, this part of
that's
the world,
definitely where I'll be, is in the corporate style, the calm down version.
Yeah, man. And I know, honestly, it's actually a running joke amongst the locals. Like when they go to the hotel, the chains rather, when they eat the food, like they notice that, it's bland compared to like what they used to, because in Jamaica and the Caribbean mostly, to be honest, we love spices. So like, we're big on not only like, what would I say, we're big on natural seasonings and powdered seasonings as well. So like when you taste our food, like even if it's not spicy, it tends to be very flavorful. But I know the North American taste buds they're not too big on too spicy or too seasoned. So yeah, man, don't worry, man, we got you covered.
All right,
So-
that sounds great.
Jamie, I'm actually in Cayman right now. So I'm like really close to you, super close to you. I'll be here for the next few months. So we got to figure out sometime in those next few months how I can either go to Jamaica or you can come here or we can just meet in the middle of the ocean. It's not that far.
You know, it's kind of funny. My wife for work was actually supposed to go to the Cayman Islands, and I was actually going to say, actually, I have a friend that side that I could put you onto, but it didn't work out. I think about like 5 days before, they told her like 7 days before, and then 5 days before they decided to change up. So I might not be able to come, but I will send you an offering.
Fair.
My lady to take care of.
Okay, absolutely. Well,
But
me and my wife can definitely take around. There's some stuff to do out here. It's pretty.
Yeah, man. I know by now you must know all the spots, man.
Yeah, I was actually like, it was a joke about jerk chicken because like here, there are a lot of Jamaicans here in the Cayman Islands, a whole lot. So I've got like 4 different spots where the jerk chicken is like, that's some serious jerk chicken. And I literally like once a week at least. My wife hates it because like she likes spicy, but like she doesn't like that spicy. And I'm like, dude, if it doesn't make me sweat, I'm not happy for real.
Oh boy. So how are you finding it since you're making the transition, man? Like how's it been?
It's going. It's kind of like starting over new. So I feel like I'm just like, it's a new place, new people. I'm figuring it out all over again. It's exciting, but I hate the having to start over part because it's like, you already did so much. You know what I mean?
I feel you, man.
It's exciting. So
Go ahead.
well, I was gonna say, we've already spoken on lucrativity. We love the animations that are coming out from the Tipsy Turtles. I want to know a little bit more about what you did before Web3 and like what's your background? What is it that you're like, how did you get to Web3 basically? Like, where were you before? What led you to Web3? And like, what are you doing here, man?
Good question. I was actually I was in TradFi actually, so there's something, but I wasn't necessarily. I wasn't like making any like structured products or anything like that per se. Although I did assist eventually, like the longer I stayed there. But I was in marketing, man. I've been in marketing. That's my profession. I've been in marketing for the last 10 years. For a certain period of it, like I was in product development, but the financial institution, the Jamaica National Group, they had like a subsidiary, right? I'm not sure if you're familiar with AAA. Desert, you might be, but like AAA in America, that does like, like roadside assistance.
Yeah.
Right. So the Jamaica National Group, they have like a non-financial subsidiary, and JAA, the Jamaica Automobile Association, was like, one of their leading brands on that side of the thing. So for a time I went over there and helped build out membership-based products like and it was structured around tourism. So basically they wanted to build like a product that like act as a funnel for international students who maybe when they come to the island they'd like a chance to explore, but obviously being like a college student, because that was the focus, they said, all right, maybe this is a chance to upsell them on driving lessons, upsell them on like shuttle services for when they do make the trip back and forth between Trinidad or wherever in the world they're coming from. So they wanted to introduce like a product that they believe was attractive, that would give them discounts on all those things, but not only that, give them discounts at merchants island wide. So think like if you wanted to go to Frenchman's Cove, which is a really nice private beach in Jamaica, or any kind of attraction that's popular this side of the world, they wanted it so that if you held this membership pass, you could get discounts at all those locations. They had over, at the parent company level, they had over 200 merchants affiliated with the Jane Rewards, and they wanted me to come in and add a few more that would be more appealing to like college students, international college students. So that's what I did for about 2 years, and then prior to that, like I was with the financial group, doing marketing business development at one point, kind of like helping close deals. So yeah, man, coming from that side of the world, but I always tell people like it's the combination of my background, marketing and economics, that led me to Bitcoin. So I know you guys know the story about Bitcoin, the idea of sound money. Being like in my background, again, marketing and economics, it just clicked. It made total sense for me. And then like, once you go down the Bitcoin rabbit hole, man, you stumble on like, smart contract blockchains. You figure out that there's a lot more to blockchain technology than just sound money or, tokens. So that's what eventually brought me to Cardano, because Ethereum was too expensive. And like, I've just been here ever since, man.
So I got a question for you on that. You said, so you came to crypto because of Bitcoin, and I pretty much did too. Watching Tim Pool, I noticed he had like these donation addresses. It was like Bitcoin and Ethereum. I was like, what's that? So I researched it, boom, got me into it. But nowadays it seems like it's the meme coins are bringing people to the space. How do you view that? Is that a negative or is that a positive?
Oof, that's actually a good question. So
be very careful how you answer.
Yeah. So here, all right. My view is, right, if it's a case where if that is the intro to the space and they don't overinvest, I actually don't have a problem with it. I do get a wee bit concerned, like if the intro to the space is that, but then it's also tied in with the idea of, okay, number go up always. And, that could inspire the confidence to overinvest. And then like it becomes what should be like a nice cultural introduction that's fun to blockchain technology quickly becomes, oh my, like I've ruined myself financially. Maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration. Like I think when people do overinvest, it's not so much that they bet the house like when they're intro to the space, but maybe they bet more than they were comfortable losing, so that they turn sour pretty quickly. But I guess net man. Oof. Man, Desert, like you asked a good question. You see, if I were able to skew it to like Snake or Friend or Husky, even like if it's just like something that's more innocent, teams that you can trust to be around, even if things don't go well per se, then like I'd be totally for it. But I do know that there's a tendency to overinvest because people see crypto and say, wow, I'm going to make a lot of money. And then they put their money in meme coins and the vast majority, fail or rug. So
right.
I don't know. How do you feel about it, man? Tell me. Asking all these tough questions, how did you feel?
Short answer, net positive. Okay. It might just barely be a net positive, but I believe it's a net positive. But I do have the same reservations that you do, that when people come in, it's just number go up. It's just, this guy I know, we're like acquaintances. I knew him a long time ago. I just happened to see him on Facebook, and this is when SHIB was popping last cycle. So he was just like, every time I opened Facebook to check on my family and stuff like that, it was like SHIB. And if I open Facebook today, he's still SHIB. He's like, it's going to $1. It's going to $1. And I'll be like, bro, do you understand tokenomics? Do you understand that $1 SHIB is like 55 quadrillion freaking dollar market cap? You know what I mean? So some people just don't get it, but I feel the culture and getting people into crypto, I feel it is a net positive. I feel most people, the dumb investor is always going to be the dumb investor. So like people that buy into Bitcoin, I mean, they buy at the top and then it drops 30% and they sell. That's just as bad to me as buying in a meme coin, watching it go up, watching it go back down and selling. You know what I mean? But the smart or the intuitive person that gets into it and it brings them in, and then they're like, oh, okay, I'm in XYZ. Well, what's everybody talking about here? What's everybody talking about there? And then you start getting more into. So I think that's where it becomes a net positive, in my opinion.
John, I actually want you to chime in, but I just want to say one thing, like from an angle that you took the question, right, or the conversation. I actually agree from like an onboarding standpoint, as in get people interested to come in.
Right.
It's definitely a net positive. It's what's killing the game right now in terms of, although it's starting to die down, but in terms of, okay, all right, I want to try out this blockchain thing. Meme coins are what, normies are trying to get into. So in that sense, I agree, net positive. But John, I know you've been a friend advocate, man. So like, what do you think about meme coins?
So I think as far as meme coins, right, generally they don't have any utility. What I will say about friend that is different is that friendship is the utility, right? So what would the value that you would place on friendship, right? So it's like the community is the value. So like, there's a lot of people that would pay a certain amount of money like to buy followers. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you could just become a part of a community that's active, and then those followers are actually the community, to some people that equates to more than what the value of the actual like investment would have been. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense, right? So I would say that that's where I think that friend is a little bit different in the sense of like as far as meme coins, but I definitely think that it is a good thing for having like the shiny object and having many of the new shiny objects to bring different people from different parts of like outside of the rabbit hole of crypto and what we do to bring them in. But what I will say is I don't like how prolific the rugging, like the intentional rugging is when it comes to meme coins, and I think that that's dangerous, right? And so I think it's dangerous for the people in our community in Cardano, I would even say like, in Solana, the shitcoin casino, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that it's good for us to encourage, promote, and like let these bad actors keep coming in, make something, it pumps a little bit, and then the liquidity is taken out, and then they open another one. So it's like, one cat token that gets rugged, and then they rug that one, spin up a brand new cat token, right? And sometimes they might even just switch chains. And I think that that's dangerous because that gives people, that makes people feel like there's credibility to the fact that crypto is a scam, right? Yeah. And so that's where I think that it's a little different with some of them, like friend and versus some of these other coins, is I think that they're fun, and I think that it's good that it brings people in, but there are people that aren't going to read a book the same way that there are people that are going to come in this space and never actually understand what this space is about. But I think it's good to bring the people in so they have the opportunity.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, John.
Yeah.
Do you work for the SEC?
I do not work for the SEC.
That's an awfully negative. That's an awfully negative answer.
Well, but like in reality, like the majority of like meme coins and stuff, like they're not building anything of value. You know what I mean?
True. It's
I do think that a community though has value, and to have an engaged community has a lot of value, and people like put a lot of value on engaged communities, and so that's where I think that there's a big difference. Because we have people in our support tickets all the time trying to, sell us community, right? And there's some people that buy those things, but we have an organic community and we're happy with that.
John, I actually wanted to say to you, man, that Tadashi and Bave and Jeff would be so proud of you because like you quoted the narrative, man. Friendship is the utility. I'm like, this man drank the Kool-Aid. He's on the narrative, man. The rhetoric is lined up.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, like, and the thing is, like, I hate to like go off on a whole tangent about that project specifically, but the staking, the majority of the peoples are staked, right? I watched when they unleashed like friend token staking, and it went from like it was immediately 10% staked, and then like now it's like above 15% staked. And then so I'm saying like wait a couple of weeks, wait a few months, I could definitely see like a 20, 30, 40, 50, 60% friend token staked. It's kind of like the ticker Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like they always say it's funnier if you don't sell. And I think it's the same kind of thing with friend.
You know, I don't know. I know you probably don't want to harp on it too long, but I don't know, man. Like I just saw some like terrible news the other day. You know, Elon booted them off Twitter, man. Like, bro, I'm like the guys were picking up speed, they were building momentum, and to lose your X account, man. And based on my conversations with them, man, like it sounds like they're having real trouble getting their account back. Like they're not getting responses, that kind of a thing. So really sucks, man.
Yeah, it's because he fired all of the Twitter people.
Yeah.
So Ada Pepos got booted from Twitter?
Yeah, there were like several accounts of like active community members, like some of the Trench Warriors and their friend Coin Ada account. Yeah. I mean, they're just suspended.
Oh, well, all right. Tell me how it works, because I was actually going to Google it, because, all right, suspended, right?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
You do have a chance to get your account back.
Allegedly. But again, if they're not responding, right? You know what I mean? It's like it could be who knows how long. Because there's some accounts that are only like banned like that for like a day. And then there's others that are just like, you know, weeks, months. And what's up, Burgess? That's my homie. You know, Burgess. We had a good time.
It was great talking to you the last time we did a live, man. Yeah, shout out to him.
All right. So, Jamie.
Yes, sir.
How do we get Desert Crypto on a trip? And like, he owns some of these Tipsy Turtles, but tell us about it, right? This is not financial advice, but if you haven't minted one, you should.
100%. Always plug, brother. I love it, man. So yeah, all right. So Desert. So I don't know how much you've been in like the Discord or following like the interviews or even some of the announcements, but Tipsy Turtles is actually connected to its sister project, Trippin. So basically, like the narrative is, if you ever watch the show, Ted and Tony, they're always by the beach, always drinking, and the projects, they're friends within the ecosystem that are always on the beach with them. The question is, how are they always there? How can they afford to do that? And then the simple answer would be Trippin. So Trippin is a travel club and DAO that sends its members on fair discounted vacations, and it does so using a combination of third-party partnerships and community resources. So now let's get practical. Let's break that down. So if you are a Tipsy Turtle holder, right? In 2 months, we got back the audit report from Anastasia Labs. We have a few things to fix, but we're actually on testnet privately. We're kind of doing things stealth for the moment because we want to do this right. And I think that when the community finally gets like the finished product, they're going to be very excited, because what it does is something that we haven't seen before. So Desert, let's say you say, all right, you hold a Tipsy Turtle, you've never left Arizona before, you'd love to come to Jamaica. Just like with Project Catalyst, man, right? All you do, brother, is you'd submit a travel request. So it's similar to a proposal in Project Catalyst. That travel request could say, hey, I'm Desert Crypto. I've never left Arizona before in my life. I'd love to see, what, the beaches of Jamaica looks like. Because you're a Tipsy Turtle holder, you're able to both make that travel request, and should you be successful, receive a travel grant of up to 1,800 USD. Now, how is this possible? It's possible because of several reasons, right? We're funded by Project Catalyst, Fund 9 and Fund 10. We're backed by the Development Bank of Jamaica. We received a grant from them recently. We recently got funding. We secured a venture capital deal from a Caribbean venture capital firm, Aspire Fund Management, that spun up C15 Studios Limited. And we're actually in talks right now with the Jamaica Business Fund and soon to be the Jamaica Tourist Board to see about seeding the DAO. So it's going to be a case for the first year, should this deal come through. For the first year, we might, for the pilot, maybe not the first year, maybe the first 6 months, or maybe the first year, just depending on what will work out. They will skew the travel so that you have to come to Jamaica, but you'd still be getting free money, like if you're traveling. Right. So that's like the first leg. There's another leg too, because we're going to be releasing utilities and waves. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is the on-chain stuff, because we want to do things with Cardano and demonstrate what's possible with technology. So that's all managed by smart contracts, travel grants. The second thing that we're doing is, so let's say you said to me, but what if I don't win the travel grant? Will there be utility for me? Like, what do I get just by holding? Like, I can't just be here and not get anything and watch other people get these travel grants. What if I don't win? So to that person, we'd say, hey, just by holding a turtle, we'll be able to send you on fair discounted vacations when we secure a third-party partnership. So for example, even John just recently, offered, I think it was, I don't remember, I don't want to misquote you, John. I think it was 20% off, yeah, man, a tour. I think it was a tour, right, John?
Yeah. So we'll say 10 to 20% because I can't 100% give you a solid anything. But so for coming to Cayman Islands, one of the biggest tourist attractions is going to Stingray City, right? And then so Tipsy Turtles, right, can go on these tours. And if they show that they have a Tipsy Turtle and that they're a part of the community, then they can get a discount on Stingray City tours. And this is actually like a really fun, amazing tour. The female stingrays can be like 5 to 6 feet like around, and like you get the opportunity to touch them, to be close to them, to feed them, and they're really like sweet. They've actually been like trained over many years and adapted to human interaction. It's kind of like a beautiful, interesting thing. Crystal clear water. Yeah, man.
Well, and that's exactly it, man. So that's the element that scales. So there are a bunch of partners that we can work with, and even through onboarding, like other partners that do exactly what it is that we're trying to do. Let's say, for example, Gustazos, where we onboard them and we have a bunch, hundreds to thousands of experiences worldwide, where just by holding a Tipsy Turtle, you get discounts at those partner locations. And the reason why they'd be willing to do that is several fold, right? Being in the industry myself, like my business partner, David Harris, he's actually right now opening a resort for Sandals. That's the biggest brand in like all-inclusive hotels in the world. He's opening a resort for them in St. Vincent. Now, being like industry insiders, we know, how it is. Not all hotel chains are fully booked right throughout the year. In fact, on average, hotels only book about 70% of their room space. So there's about 30% of dead space that, just goes unused. So, our idea is to say, all right, since it goes unused, how about you just, allocate those room spaces to us, and we pass them off to our members like at a discount. And then not just that, but there's marketing value behind like working with third parties that have people interested in travel. So that's on us. We just want to build like a community of people who are interested in this sort of thing, and to be able to pass off utility towards them. So like in the short term, right? While we're focusing on like, Cardano native users, the idea is for this to be appealing to normal people. Shout out Uncle P, big up cuz. Yeah, man. So yeah, man, this is a product that can be appealing to like normal people. I will notice because like, if you even just like, what would I say, intuitively, like as an anecdote, you always hear people interested in like wanting to travel, and not many people are able to do so because it tends to be expensive. Well, what if you were to introduce a product that was able to get them discounts to make it more likely? And then worse, you have the hook of travel grants where it would be all expenses paid, like if you were to win the request. I think we're setting up for something, and again, with such a small supply, once we nail down a few things, we're still very early in the journey. Once we get product right, once we get the onboarding right, we'll get our messaging right, I think you guys are going to see something very special happen to some of the indicators that DJs like to watch. But this is just like a precursor, like very special things are happening, man. We don't see this level of, because already if you think about what we've done in terms of securing like key relationships, how many projects are VC funded to begin with? Like not many. We spent like a long time like in these kinds of rooms with doing these kinds of negotiations. I've done it privately before I started the project, and like I'm good at it. I've won awards for it with Jamaica National Group. I had 100% sales record over 3 years. I won Market of the Year. My close rate was the best amongst my peers, and like I carry that to this day. Like I can secure deals, and I mean this is something that I'm pretty excited about. When we are able to announce major partnerships when the appropriate time comes, I think we're going to get the kind of traction that people like you, Desert, would be excited about, man. So you holding a Tipsy Turtle, brother, access to travel grants, access to discounts worldwide. That's what's coming. Travel grants are in June. The discount partners thereafter.
So let me ask you this. To me, it seems like, so in Web 2, you have hotels.com, Expedia, things like that. And this is the hints I'm getting from your project is like a Web3 Cardano based Expedia or something like that. If you're getting you're getting discounts, do you expect to have like maybe airfare discounts or just like hotel and destination discounts and stuff like that? Is that where you're going for, or is that?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I want to make a quick distinction, right? So we're not going to be an online travel agency in the same way that Expedia is.
Okay.
So it's not a case where you'll be able to necessarily book like on our website, but in principle, you're not wrong. So those websites, they give you good rates. Though there are ways to get you better rates.
Right.
So like there are companies like Gustazo's, and even I think a UK based company called Groupon. So basically, like they are able to pass off major discounts, like as much as 90% in some cases. We might not be able to do that in the short term. Like we need to get like quite a bit of traction to be able to prove that there's like we're worth. Like we can sell rooms just by making an announcement type of a thing. We hope to get there one day in the future, but we're able to pass off like much larger discounts, because what you might not know is that they take a little bit off the top. But for us, if you're an NFT holder, you're a lifetime holder, and we're looking to pass off as much value to you as possible. And like if you're a normie, we might sell you like a classic subscription based NFT, which is actually something that we're actually technically looking to build out on Cardano. But one step at a time, one leg at a time. Travel grants is first, which is something that Expedia isn't doing and will be unique to our company and to Cardano.
Right. I wasn't trying to like connect that to, like the travel grant part, but like the discounts, the end discounts. And in all honesty, booking through Expedia is a pain in the friggin' ass. I've booked a couple trips. I've got to the hotel and they're like, "Oh, you're only staying for one night." I was like, "No, I got 3 nights." And she's like, "Hold on." It's like, "Oh yeah, your reservation, you got to pay for tonight, and then tomorrow morning before checkout, come down and then we'll initiate your other reservation." I was like, if I could have just called you. I don't want to have to be bothered coming to the front desk. You know what I mean? At friggin' whatever time in the morning. But no, I like that. That's awesome. That's so like, okay.
Thank you, man. Yeah, man. We're bringing something new and unique to the space. We don't really see it like this kind of. Because here's the thing, man. So when you look from a first principle standpoint, you say to yourself, all right, what is possible? Like, with blockchain technology, with smart contracts. Having won a grant myself from the DBJ, like it took us almost a year to get like our first tranche. And part of that is because of, all the to and fro, the paperwork, things falling off the desk, competing priorities. Like if you have that all in a smart contract, man, like the disbursement can be quick. You eliminate a lot of that friction that delays, what somebody's maybe looking forward to or maybe even need. So we said, all right, how can we leverage, like using our own expertise, our own connections, not going too far out of our core competencies, how can we use blockchain technology from a first principle standpoint to be able to deliver something of real value? Like, what can we do for the people that would make sense? And then when we thought of this, we're like, the light bulb went off. Here is something legit that we could demo. And the thing about this is, right, when we're successful, let's say Jamaica goes well, we could pitch this to other tourist boards and scale up that way. Like, the sky's the limit. There's so much that could be done. And you have to think about it like this, right? One of the reasons why Jamaica was interested in getting involved with our project is because it used new technology that's in the media, right? That has media attention, negative and positive, but that's getting media attention. They said, okay, all right, this project is trying to tie brand Jamaica, is trying to, leverage this new technology to get brand Jamaica like into, let's say, a new market, like in front of like a fresh, set of eyes to bring people into the country. Okay, let's experiment. Let's see what these guys have. And, lo and behold, we were able to close out on that deal. And it's things like that makes business development that much easier when you have that first success. So if we do this successfully, man, we could replicate this in other countries, and that scales for you, the community member. You pay this one-off fee to get this NFT, and you're able to access this for a lifetime. I think it's a no-brainer, and I think because of such a low supply, we NFA, but I guess you guys can see where this goes, man. Like, we're very hopeful, once we deliver, that this will be something pretty special for those who were early to the party.
So let's go ahead, John.
I was going to say, so one of the questions that I have is, so in my mind, right, and probably your mind too, because you're marketing, you have a marketing background. So one of the things that instantly clicks off in my head is you have a lot of connections in Jamaica. My thought would be that the first person that wins a travel grant, you would want them to have like the travel influencer kind of experience, either them themselves taking pictures of all the food, the beaches, right, where they're going, what they're eating, or assisting, right, by having somebody that like goes with them to like show them off with their family or the person they've gone with, right, in all those places. Because I mean, when somebody has a really good experience and everybody's looking at them have that good experience,
John, like you ignited
snowball.
So like, all right, so that's, we want to do it exactly as you described, or we want to like put fuel to the fire. All right, let me tell you, to just maybe expound on like some of the things that are on the table for us now. We applied for about 200,000 USD in funding to like do like cluster marketing. So it's like we get a bunch of, let's say, local attractions to say, all right, let's come together and offer Trippin's community, obviously our community, like discounts at all your locations. So that it's a case where everybody will get like visibility and benefit from, when we actually run the pilot. And I said this to say, like, that's how we were able to pitch like for cluster funding to get 200,000 USD. But here's the thing, here's why I brought it up, because that's how we're able to like ask for that much. We plan to get influencers both from like, our little community, our cabal, from the space. So like, you think you like your L's, your Lilies, we're going to make offers to them to say, hey, we'll fly you out to Jamaica for free, courtesy of Trippin, just so that we can demo like what's to come, so people can actually get like, okay, this thing is real, these guys are legit. So if we get that marketing budget, we're going to do that with both Cardano based influencers, as well as we'd love to work with like, influencers IRL that love travel, like Lost LeBlanc, for example, that would cost like a pretty penny. But we think that would be major if we could secure a deal like that. So Cardano can, sometimes we do this thing where we kind of like underestimate projects and people. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm legit, like I work really hard. I'm really focused, and I've done like a lot of the work to kind of demo to people that, hey, something's actually happening here. So sometimes people have a hard time believing that. So what I'd love to do is to show them something serious that they can understand, like a narrative that's just quick and easy. these guys aren't boarding influencers with millions of subscribers on YouTube, or all the influencers that I listen to on Spaces on a daily basis, they're able to get these free trips through Tripod. When can I get a free trip? And then that's where what you suggested comes into place too, man. Like, if you're a regular community member, we want you to be taking those photos because it gives us the social proof that we need to show people that this is real, like this is happening, like you can get access to this. And I think from there, man, like word of mouth will take care of itself. Like once those experiences happen and people enjoying themselves, man, like it just spreads like wildfire.
Yeah, you hear that, Desert? We need to get our views up. I'm trying to get invited to Jamaica. Everybody watching, you better like, retweet, subscribe, right? You better follow me on Twitter. You better follow Desert on Twitter. You better follow Sedgy3 at the Sedgy3. And of course, Jamie and Tipsy Turtles. I mean, that goes without saying, but I'm trying to get that influencer status so I can go to Jamaica and test out,
Yeah, man. But that's from the Jamaica Business Fund. So if we don't get that funding, Tripod will still happen. Like we have like a budget set out from the funding that we got. So we'll be able to see the treasury, but we obviously don't have like exorbitant amount of money to be able to do like that activation. Though I'd love to do it because, man, it's things like that get people excited. Unfortunately, they can't really take things at like a fundamental level to say, all right, yeah. And then when you go the organic route, like things can take a while, and people have short attention spans in this space, and they like to get excited. And if a lot of people aren't excited, they aren't excited. So it really is a case of we would love. So fingers crossed. We're actually supposed to hear from them next week, actually. If we get to the next phase. So hopefully they accept our concept note and we get to flesh out a deal. If that happens, man, like we'd have a huge budget for marketing. So really hoping that does happen.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. And I definitely understand what you're talking about. The people have very short attention spans. It's I want it and I want it now. Yeah. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the J.G. Wentworth song. It's my money and I want it now. You know what I mean? They don't want to invest for the future. They don't want to wait for something to grow. Organic to most people is horrible. They want instant gratification, and this is just not the time in the market for instant gratification. Bitcoin's dumping, everybody's freaking out, But that would be awesome if you get that funding and you're able to bring influencers and pump it up and actually show people, you know what I mean? Because whether there's hype or not, if they see it with their own eyes, then that's a game changer right there for sure. Yeah.
I said it before and I'll say it one more time. I think, Jamie, you need to see if you can talk to and reach out to Mint Pass, because there's a lot of overlapping things between what Mint Pass is doing and between what you guys are doing. And I know they know some influencers and they have some people there. There might be some good conversations for you to have. So I'm going to just put that out there.
Aaron? I was hoping Aaron would be here tonight.
Man. I was actually just thinking like maybe I'll see if he could just if you and him just have a Mint Pass Tipsy Turtles conversation live sometime. Yeah, man.
I'm sad that because we were trying to do it the other day. I'm sad it didn't work out, man. But we can reschedule, man. Let's definitely. I want to have the conversation for sure.
Yep, I think it'd be good. Yeah, I'll make it happen.
Tell me a little bit about bosses, guys. What's happening over at Jpg Empire.
All right, so you saw my new PFP. It's exciting. So we've kind of gone public with basically the outline of what we're doing. We're creating an analytical platform that's supposed to be entry level, way less deep than Tap Tools. When you're onboarding people and then you get to blockchain exploring and pool PM and different stuff, sometimes that can be a little bit much. But we wanted to have a place where people can sort of scan the markets, see the things that they're interested in, and actually like customize their experience in a very like easy way, and like an app and a website for our community. Basically, the things that sorry, I this caught me off.
I was just gonna click on that.
But
about this cabal. What's going on?
yeah.
There is an underground society. I'm
Yeah.
convinced. I've seen glimpses of it, and I'm not a part of it. John, if you are a part of the Cardano cabal, please let me in. I need
No.
to be a
We
part of
are we are definitely not a part.
But
We're
I'm
like
definitely not a part.
we are the shunned. We're working off of the shunned community from the cabal.
Yeah. We're picking up the cabal pieces and trying to make something cool with it.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, man, I think I'm really excited about what we're doing, because I think it'll be one of the first times really in like the history of this project where we are creating utility for everybody that is in the community. We're creating value to the old community, like the old project as well, the JPEG Junkies. So there'll be utility and value to both of those within the project now, and we're excited about that.
Sorry to cut you, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to ask you this. So, like, will JPEG Junkies, I'm sorry, a little tipsy.
Yeah, you're good.
Will JPEG Junkies be burned for bosses, or
No.
like?
So, no, because we thought about it, but JPEG Junkie holders will have first access to whitelist, and then certain levels of roles, the higher roles will actually get special. I mean, like,
You can just say it. Free
yeah,
mint.
we'll get free mint.
There will be different levels of so deep. We haven't let it be known what levels yet, so we don't want to like manipulate or anything. So eventually we'll drop it, but certain levels will get certain amount of free mints, and some of those levels might be stackable for a free mint, and then almost all the way down to the bottom level will get automatic whitelist. So
yeah, and I will say, like, some of our like thinking was that we wanted to have like 6,000 is a lot, right? Like 6,000 in a community is a lot. That's how many are in the JPEG Junkies, and we really wanted to like sort of like narrow it down, like distill it to a little bit of a tighter community, so that it wouldn't be so like the supply wouldn't be so huge. So bosses are a little bit over half as many as the Junkies, and we felt like that was a more comfortable amount, as well as with how much that we need to raise or we want to raise for the like development of our product. We wanted to make sure that we also have runway. A lot of projects, they mint and they think that that's like enough, that they'll live on royalties, and then they don't have enough funding in the future. So everything that we're investing into this platform has different mechanisms involved for generating runway and revenue like into the future. We want the project to, even if we were not a part of the project, we want the project to be able to continue on. We don't want the treasury to ever have any problem. We want the project to live. Obviously, we're all here for the long run. We've been here since the beginning. We have no plans on going anywhere, but a project without that business mindset of like revenue generation cannot survive.
100%.
Cannot survive.
You're spot on, man. And we've seen it. I think Alikram from I hope I got his name right, from Jelly Cubes, he actually posted a tweet. Not sure how true it is, so take this with a grain of salt, but Ada Invaders and Dead Rabbit Resurrection Society, basically, it seems as if those projects can't continue.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny, because for a very long time now, I will so everybody in the Cardano community, everybody that has an NFT project in their wallet, here's something that I've said for a very long time now. Any NFT project that says that they are building a game I have been very weary and very skeptical of, because the problem is that building a game is very, very cost and labor and very intensive, resource intensive. So these projects, they say that they're building a game, and they build that game until they don't have any money, and then they die. And yeah, they're. I got like.
There's a reason. There's a reason Cornucopia has had so many mints, because the costs are astronomical to build any kind of, not even a AAA game, just to build a decent game. It's insane. You know,
they're indie titles, you know, that set at their low budget and they quote like 1.3 million USD. And how many projects, you know, raising that kind of money on Cardano? And that's like on the low end. Like I've seen quotes for AAA titles like, you know, 50 mil upwards USD.
Oh yeah,
it gets crazy, man. So even depending on like the quality of the release that you're trying to get out there, it costs money, like real money. And it's a struggle, man. So like if you're a Cardano based project, you know, saying that you're building a game, like you do have your work cut out for you, 100%. Like it's no going around. It's just the truth.
So I need to make this statement, and I'm sorry, Desert and Jamie, you might not want to be associated with this statement that I'm going to make. But I hold some Raccoon Syndicate, and I would love to have their team on to talk about their project. That's it.
I don't even know what that means.
Raccoon Syndicate. That's what they're doing. No. They're building a game.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got you now.
I think.
Well, we're getting.
Go ahead.
We're kind of getting close to the end now. Why don't you talk about like what's going on? The mint's still open, right? You guys are still minting. What's the supply? Where can everybody find it? What's the price? I will bring up. Let's see here. Let me share my screen real quick.
Thank you, good sir.
So everybody can come over here to JPEG Store. Check out Tipsy Turtles right here.
100%.
So
you can actually, the floor is at 105, and you can actually mint right now for 94 ADA. So cheaper than what you get on secondary. You can mint at Saturn. If you go over to our page,
right
go
here.
to project links.
Go where?
Tell you what you need to do. I think go to project links. So
okay, or right here, right? The Saturn
right
NFT.
Right. Yeah, you can use that. So,
okay. So if you go to their Discord, I believe we have their Discord linked in the description, John.
If
not, we will get it put in the description. We'll get it put in the YouTube description.
I'll put it in right now.
Or you can visit JPG Empire, and we'll have that link in our Discord also. So let's go ahead so this is the minting site right here.
Spot on. You can
only
mint. Yeah, man.
You can mint snack.
Yeah, man. So if you
is it 90? Is it 94 ADA or 53,000 SNET?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, man. So you guys can head there and support the project. If you like the artwork, if you like the animations, we've legit made a cartoon for Cardano. I've released 24 episodes so far. I have 12 episodes left to release as part of season 1. If we mint out, we'll have enough funds to be able to release another 52 episodes, as well as kind of just help fund the project. Overall, yeah, man. So it's pretty exciting. So we provide entertainment value on two fronts. So there's a cartoon that you can watch, and if you watch the cartoon, you'll notice Ted and Tony are always by the beach. That's actually like a little subtle hint towards the bigger thing that we're doing, which is Trippin. So again, if you like the creative, if you like the cartoons, mint a Tipsy Turtle. If you like the idea of travel grants, discounted or free or discounted vacations, mint a Tipsy Turtle. We release Trippin to the public sometime in June. So utility is right around the corner beyond the animated series. So we'd be happy to have you guys on board, mint the project.
So let me respond to Uncle P. Looks like Boss Cat Rocket Club is about to release a game. Are they a rug? I would tell you this. I own at least one of every Boss Cat Rocket Club asset. I own a full rocket ship. I own a Vox. I own an Ordinal. I own an OG. I own an Alien. So all I have to say on that is they better not be a fucking rug.
Hey, listen, Uncle
No,
Pete.
I have the utmost confidence in Catnip and everything that they're doing over there. They are a rock star, and they're not building like a AAA shooter game. It's more like a Boss Planet metaverse, and they've been building it forever, and they haven't had to have any more mints. So that's my 2 cents for what it's worth. But anyways,
I have a comment there. I also have a Boss Cat, and they didn't pivot to releasing a game. Like they have their whole project based around the IRL events. And then so they had everything already kind of together. But like the thing that I would caution against is some of these projects where like their whole thing is like, we're selling this NFT, we're building a game, because building a game is not quick, right? And by the time that 4, 5, 6 years has passed, the game might not be built. And if they have 4, 5, 6 years worth of running capital to build a complex, well-produced game, I think that a lot of the times either they run it quick and then it comes out way less quality than what you expect, and then like there's a problem with the project, or they just don't ever get to the end. But
another thing I want to add to that is Boss Moon is actually, the beta version is actually out, and people are testing it. You could go hit up Machinist. He was a beta tester. I think I probably could have been one, but I don't have the time. It's all Empire all the time now. So
yeah, but I don't think Boss Cat Rocket Club is a rug. And Catnip hopefully will be on Lucrativity at the in May or at the end of this month. So we're excited about that one.
All right. So make sure everybody goes over here. This is Tipsy's Twitter page right here, or X page. So it's at Tipsy __ Turtles. And it's crazy because we follow you. And I was trying to find your freaking page. I had to text John. I was like, what is their @ symbol? You know what I mean? He was like _, because I'm typing in the Tipsy Turtles NFT, and all these random projects are coming up. I was like, that's not them. I know it's not them. And so, Elon, get your shit together. You know what I mean?
100%. Well, guys, thank you for having me on, man. Great chatting with you guys.
Do you have any final words, though? Is there anything like that you really want people to understand or know? Because I mean, like, we went through a lot of stuff. I think that the project is amazing. I hold several. I mean, is there anything that you want to tell the audience that you feel like?
Yeah, people, you guys aren't bullish enough. Like, as in, honestly, you guys are not bullish enough. Think about it, man. Like, you've heard projects promise like animated series from Whoopi Killed Phillip, and they haven't done it. Before we asked for any mint funds, we did it. That's the first thing. How many teams, are able to secure funding from Project Catalyst or otherwise? Like, that should give you like a sense that this team, has some business development acumen. How many teams? Now, we haven't delivered it yet, but our code is open source. Anastasia Labs, audited us. We've worked with M Labs. We've worked with Canonical. These are all huge names in the space. We're legit. And if we are building what we're telling you we're building, you should be going crazy. Legit, you should be going crazy. So guys, do yourself a favor. NFA, pick up a turtle. Like, adopt turtles. Go mint one over on Saturn. Go pick one up off JPEG Store. I don't care where you get it. I prefer if you meant, to be honest with you, and it might be better for a bit. But just get the turtle. You'll thank me in a couple months' time.
All right, man, dude. Thank you for coming on. I mean, I really love this. We'll see you around next time. I'm gonna get you something together, or slide in Aaron's DMs, or in the Discord. Tell him that you want to be on the break or something. Yeah. But Yeah, man.
I think that would be cool. Does he talk about Mint Pass on the break?
He doesn't usually, but
I know
mean, like,
Aaron is like, I don't like shilling my own stuff, which I don't understand that part. But
yeah, I'm like, dude, you have to show your own stuff.
Exactly.
You're doing a bunch of cool stuff.
I think that'd be an awesome show. They kind of go together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, that's cross chain.
Yeah.
100%.
Maybe we'll try to do like some kind of special on a different day, and then we'll make it. It'll just be like an Aaron and Jamie show talking about Mint Pass, Tipsy Turtles. It'll be fun.
All right.
But all right, Jamie, we'll see you later. Have a good night. Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem, man. Take everybody to the community that came through. Uncle P, I saw you. Enough respect for showing love to the JPEG Empire community. I'm thankful that you guys have these guys, as project leads now. Throw them your support. Big things to come. When you see people genuinely building, support them. Take care, everybody.
See you, man. Peace. Dude, what do you think?
I like it. I'm even more bullish. I have my turtles sitting in my wallet. I minted on Mint Day. I have them sitting there, and I guess let me move over a little bit.
No, it's okay. No, I just thought it was funny. We were talking about before the stream that maybe we should be like that when we're talking.
Right.
Yeah.
But it makes me more bullish. I wasn't going to sell them anyway, but no, I'm definitely not going to sell. I think I actually have 4.
Yeah, I have 3.
I have one in another wallet, I think, that's not in my main wallet. I might have to. I think I just kind of randomly, because I mint off my computer, but I think they hadn't minted out. I was on the at work bored. I was like, I'll mint another one. Mint one on my mobile fucking wallet.
Yeah, I was concerned I didn't mint one, and I had minted one, and then so I minted one, and then I tried to mint another one, and then I realized that I minted 3, and then I was like, oh well. I
remember that because we had the OG, and then we were talking. I remember that day. Yeah, I remember that.
I was freaking out. But thank you everybody so much for joining us. We've had a really good time, and I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you learned a little bit more about the Tipsy Turtles. I mean, I am just really bullish on their team. I'm really bullish on Jamie. I've just been seeing him out here grinding, doing everything he can to make the project really go. And most of the time when he's not around, it's because he's out there closing those deals. He's out there talking to real companies that are interested in what they're doing. And then so if there are VCs that are interested in what the Tipsy Turtles are doing, you have an opportunity to be a part of what they're building without being a VC, and most people aren't.
It says a lot that they were putting out content and building stuff well before the mint, right? It seems like their shorts they've been putting out have been out forever. You know what I mean? It seems like the past 6 months or something. I mean, I know everything in crypto seems like it's been that long ago, but it was well before mint. So that says a lot right there.
Absolutely. But thank you guys.
Well, everybody make sure we need your help. We need to grow.
Yeah. Comment, subscribe, retweet, notification bells.
Hit that notification bell. You can follow us at, do we have that banner up here?
We have it.
Right there. Follow us at JPEG Empire, at the John Carter, at Desert Crypto, at the Seji3, our other co-founder who is in the trenches trying to get our Gphy bot up and running. All on x.com. Our Discord is in the description. Come on over, see our sneak peeks, visit the website, jpegempire.com. Big things coming. We love you.
Peace out.